don't know if people will think it's cool or not. It's like, fuck, I don't know.
I think you have pretty good judgment.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Who knows? I know a lot. I know your game is just gonna, that people are gonna be down with that because people like, because your game is very Souls-like. So, and that's a super popular franchise. People love that game, and you're in the same vein. So, yeah, they're gonna be down with that. They're gonna be like, "Oh shit, man, this is like a one-man army. Fuck yeah, let's get it."
Oh, I did my fair share of R&D.
Well, hell yeah. Yep.
But I do believe that you can make anything popular. You just have to find the right audience.
Yeah. Well, if I can get my AI, I'll get my AI whipped back into shape, like where they actually, can, where they actually look like they're smarter than they actually are.
Yeah.
Then, you know, that'll be like a huge leap forward. Like, in other words, it's going to be a lot better. But because the way they act and what they do will dictate to the player where he can go and how he goes there and all of that. Because the harder, the more intelligent, the AI is, the harder it is for you to sneak past them. I mean, if they're, if they've got really good, if the senses of the characters, the enemies is good, and it's set up in a way, like they could be walking these patrols, but then they stop and do this random turn that you're not expecting, then that makes it harder. Because it's like, oh shit, they were, they didn't do that earlier, and now all of a sudden they're doing these turns.
Yeah.
Or, you know, um, like, and also the way my like the thing with the way the buildings are and everything now, it's kind of opened up and you can see a lot. But that's another thing that I might have to do is kind of structure it in a way to where you can't always get a bird's eye view, and things are in the guards. Maybe they don't all patrol. Maybe some of them just stand real still, because that makes it harder. Because maybe you didn't see that guy that was just behind that row of boxes or that little fence, and then you come around and it's like, oh shit. So there's all kind of things to think of, and I wanted to set up my level where it's like you're creating multiple paths to the same destination for the player, and based on which way they go dictates level of difficulty and
Right.
how often they're going to need to use their gadgets to get the job done.
Yeah, it's kind of like in Dishonored.
Yep, and you got to be well, and because you're limited on your power of your, you can now. I've got these little battery pickups,
Yeah.
but I don't want to put a lot of them in the level because I don't want to make it too easy. So you're going to be limited, and you got to really look for them because they're not just laying around everywhere. So
Yeah.
you got to be strategic. It's better if you can to and I want to make it to where maybe you can crawl in a pipe, sneak through a pipe, as opposed to just like doing the thief rush past the guards, because then you're using your power and you may not find a battery. You may skip it, you may miss it. So
Yeah. So you need
yeah,
more than.
you need to use your head for more than a hat rack. That's the whole point. Is yeah, be intelligent about, because in real life, you know, if you went somewhere to sneak in somewhere and you know you don't have a gun, but all the security guards do, you really want to get seen? Yeah, in real life, you're pretty freaking dead. And
Yeah.
just like that's how I was trying to approach it. Like, in other words, what would happen in real life if you're cruising around and you're trying to get to this from point A to point B, and they don't want you there, and they're all looking for you, waiting for you, and then all of a sudden there you are. When you come around the corner, there they are, and they see you. The first thing they're going to do is raise up that weapon and shoot you in the face.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course, man. I gotta send you this link, bro.
What link?
I'm gonna put it in the chat. This is I don't know. This is like something in Unreal 5, like a level, and they have a few different shots. It's like a minute-long video, but this is some cool shit. This is like, you'll like this. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I've seen this one before. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's good design there, man. They put in some cool assets, and they got good water and lighting. I like the whole background, you know, with the thick clouds.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is very Witcher, Uncharted, like all kind of like, I get some serious Witcher vibes from this too.
Yeah. I wonder how
Or
they
like-
got the
or like-
clouds out. The
Yeah.
clouds probably meshes or something.
I don't know, man, unless they've got some seriously weird freaking Niagara going on there, because I don't know if you could go that thick with volumetric clouds.
Yeah.
They may have some, like you say, it might be like a mesh with transparencies or something that they just lay in there.
Hmm.
And maybe you can't, like, it's got to be some kind of weird distance effect, dude. Like, it's not real. It's some kind of billboard or something. Because those clouds aren't moving. Or are they?
It looks like it's just matte painting, maybe.
Yeah, I think there's
In the
like
background.
you've got the closer mountain, and then you got the next mountain, and then you got like some way far in the background mountains, and those are the ones you probably can't get anywhere near. Like, in other words, yeah, like you're saying, I think it's just a lot of fog with a like that sphere thing, and then volumetric clouds up top.
Yeah, it looks like.
And then they got the bird particle systems, a couple of them laid in there.
Yeah, none of the clouds are moving.
No,
Not
the
even
one
in
I think
background.
I think the ones up top, those are volumetric, but they're not set to move. They're just stationary.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you could do that same thing in the thick
Yeah.
ones with just like mesh cards, matte paintings, that kind of
Oh
thing.
yeah. It's probably a mixture of the two. Who knows? But it looks good.
Yeah, it does.
It's a cool scene, man. I just happened to see that on like like in the side over there. I was watching the video, and then I saw that one. I was like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
I've seen some crazy fucking levels built in Unreal, man. Like stuff that is just so good. It's like, damn.
It's so much fun. I wish I just had more time to
Yeah.
spend doing shit like that. I'm out here doing all these characters and whatnot. Like we talked about earlier, I got to deal with texture and shit. I just want to sit in Unreal and put
Yeah.
big clouds everywhere.
Yeah. But I mean, environment art is a whole nother thing, man, because people, you know, they'll be like, damn, dude, I like your characters, and, you know, it's so cool. And, you know, and I look at their environment art, and I'm like, fuck, I can't do that. Not that good. My environment art, you know, for all intents and purposes, you know, I mean, as far as like realism or anything close, like, man, I can't do that. I mean, there's a trick to that. There's all these little tricks that I don't know. And environment artists, you know, they know how to like take all these planes and bake them and put them together, and everything snaps and it's all modular and it looks beautiful. And then lighting and you know, and then they go in there and script what all these badass shaders and shit. And, you know, there's a lot of skill there. A lot of skill going on there.
I know how to approach it from a cinematic sense of like making good, looking realistic environments and stuff. But yeah, I have so much shit to learn as far as all those tricks, like you said, especially a lot of the shader stuff, a lot of that kind of thing. But the really good environment artists, you're going like, how did you even think to do it that way? You know?
Yeah, I mean, like I say, man, it's basically like it's like a craft or an art within itself. You know, it's like a whole other section of game dev.
Oh yeah.
Like environment artists, like they just, man, you got environment artists, and then you got level designers.
Right.
And then you've got like world builders. So, you know, and you know, you could be a world builder as an environment artist, but it's like, you know, they create all these kick-ass freaking props, man, and you know, environments from, you know, they know how to, you know, create the meshes. And, you know, I can make buildings and I can make whatever, but you know, not on that level, and you know, not that good of lighting and everything else. I'm just not. That's, you know, and I've worked a lot of full-time jobs. I worked a lot of 1099 stuff like I'm doing now, and I've worked a lot of, you know, freelance, and I just I never had time to just like, well, I guess basically I fell more into being a character artist or organic stuff, you know. Can I do other stuff? Yeah, but I'm not as proficient and don't know really how to, you know, as far as putting it in a game and making it badass, you know, it's just not where I'm at even now. After all these years, I'm still not, quote unquote, like, like you wouldn't hire me as an environment artist because I would be horrible compared to the guys that really know how to do it.
Right.
Be like, damn, this looks like shit. And you'd look at their work and be like, holy fuck, you know. Now this fucking building has no collision. Okay.
Yeah. It's just
Does
tiny,
not
man.
have collision?
Huh?
Does the mesh not have collision?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I need to go to the actual asset in the thing and find the piece because it's multiple pieces. And I don't think this one piece has any collision on it. Okay, well, it says block all, use complex as simple. Use simple as complex. Let's see what's going on here. This is Verd. Okay, that works. Let me do some thief rush in here. Oh, okay. So I need to turn that off and fix it. Ain't gonna work. Okay. I fell through the roof.
That's always a good sign.
That sucks.
No, it's a sign of progress. You know that the collisions that you just put in are budging.
You broke the glass ceiling.
Yeah.
Damn you, Steve.
like I'm going nutty here. How is this not activating? Or rather, when did this stop activating?
Well, all I know is I have collision now, people.
Nice.
It's good to check all. Well, you know what? Now that my mechanic works, I could check all my shit.
Nice.
Yeah, that's gonna have to dub down the distance on the old Thief Rush. Because being able to go all the way across the map is like cheating.
I mean, if you want, you could build it out as like a debug tool for yourself.
Yeah.
But at that point, you might as well just do like a free cam system.
Yeah, but it's part of the game, so, you know, I gotta... Freak, man. Okay, Unreal, what are you doing now? Weird... hate you.
What is causing this to not be activated? And more interestingly, if I don't do this by button press and it recognizes that this SOB is set to true, why is nothing happening? I'm so confused.
I don't know, you didn't show us what you were doing.
Oh! Yeah, you know what? Because I am probably speaking into the void here. Yeah, let me show you. give me like 2 seconds. You'll have fun understanding whatever's going on here. So, more funky looking error is if I go back into my event graph.
The fucking era.
Alrighty, let's do this.
Run, climb, trace.
Yeah, right? So, instead of me like doing my event kickoff by button press, let's say that I wanted to do it by like on tick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what should be happening, and I do see that it recognizes whatever's going on, is... So now I'm pressing my button. Obviously, what would happen previously is on button press, it would try to connect, it would keep jumping in between states, but clearly nothing was happening because I'm not near a wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say that I get close enough to a wall. Temporarily, it flips to flying, but as you can see, my isClimb variable over here, this baby is set to true, which means that I am never truly exiting state proper. I'm never truly attaching to anything, and we're having a little bit of an issue here. So, I go back, and let's not use this anymore. Let's go back to just doing this by button press. And if this scalability would stop setting to high, I'd be appreciative. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's like, it's not a bad thing, it's just really annoying. Right, so here I am by button press, you can see my jittering is trying to swap between states, right? That's
Yeah.
not good. Can't have that. Now, it's not automatic anymore, but that's fine. But, even though I am attaching to the wall, it's not completely consistent in terms of switching to the flying state, and I can move off the wall, which is a problem. But my climb is set to true when I enter flying. It's just weird. It's very funky, it's not consistent.
Yeah.
But I still have a breakpoint on that. I don't need that here anymore.
And you, with the, with the climb, as far as like the, how are you, have you even gotten into the where you're trying to lock him to?
Well, I know that it is locking to the wall, it's just not 100% consistent, and I have a feeling that it's how the C++ handles a couple of things, which is a problem. So, you know what I could do? No, wait. No, wait. Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense, because, this should override whatever's going on with the move. Wait. That doesn't make sense then. Hold on. Let me just check something here. So, here's how I move, right? If I check that I'm on the wall, and I want to make sure that I am in the flying movement mode, right?
If that's true,
If all that is the case, then instead of my regular movement, I'm doing the wall climb movement.
okay.
Now, I did not bind this in my C++. I'm gonna just double check that that's the case. Regular button presses should be, that's fine, don't care. But this should not be. Because if that's the case, then the regular move should be bypassed, and it is, but then that doesn't make sense. Or maybe I'm just missing something, which is, more likely the case here.
I'm interested to see this because I don't know C++.
I'm working off of somebody else's stuff, so I shouldn't say that I don't like some of the stuff that this person does. I think that some of it is a little more complex than it needs to be. But I do hate the formatting of this.
Yeah. I know enough about it to understand it. I just wouldn't know how to write it.
Oh, that's fair. But yeah, you can follow along to what's happening, and a lot of people get all freaky deaky when they start seeing C++. It's not that bad, I swear. Anyway, so this is for the jump, but let's do the move forward. Yeah. All right. Okay. Blah blah blah. And up in here, I commented this out. And should everything be all hunky-dory, what I want to do is see... No, okay, so I don't find any of that, which is, well, good, but... Yeah, so that bypasses it completely, which makes sense. So, what the hell? It boggles the mind.
Damn it, Unreal.
I'm not even gonna pin this on Unreal. There's
No.
clearly
I
a
just say
couple
that
things at play.
anyway.
Yeah.
I always say that. I'm like, damn it, Unreal. It's like, it ain't my fault. You're a dumbass. Yeah, I know. Okay.
Can you take me through that again? I'll have a look.
Yeah, where is that Frith?
Hello.
What's up?
What's up, Frith?
Oh, if you've got a
Lang,
problem with your
I love
I'll have a
that.
look.
What pack is that, Lang? That's so cool.
It's I'll put the link in the chat.
Yeah, it's cool. That looks freaking, that is perfect for your game. Yeah, ancient cathedral. Hell yeah, man.
I think I've been staring at this for too long. I'm gonna do this for maybe another day or two before I start.
Damn,
Really
it's pretty
making
cheap,
more.
bro. I have to admit. For all
Here's
of
the
it.
problem again. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
That's a pretty good deal on that pack, though, Link, for real.
Is
Yeah.
this one of the ones that's on sale?
Well, it's $70, but I mean, for what you're getting, damn. I mean,
Lot that I'm getting here.
I gotta admit, I mean, he's got it's like, this is like something out of freaking Hunchback of Notre Dame, or, whatever. It's freaking really nice assets. Of course, I know a lot of it's modular and they're reusing a lot of stuff, but still.
As far as I'm concerned, modular is the way to go.
Well, yeah, this is definitely a person that knows, environment art and level art. Knows how to put stuff together.
Yeah.
Eh. What's up, Mike?
How's everybody going?
Alright. How's the what you call it?
Going amazing.
Oh, nice. I can't think of UEFN. Oh my god.
I can see why Whaley was fucking lead designer on Sea of Thieves. Like, he just rocks the shit out.
That's awesome.
Like the shit he built this weekend, I'm blown away.
Yeah, dude, he was here earlier, and I saw like he was building like these buildings next to the ocean, and it was just, man, it was just so good. I was like, damn, that is nice.
Oh, it might have been our map. The red, was it the red and blue forts?
Like he had like a different, like, some of the buildings were white and some of them were brick, and they were like,
yeah, that's our project.
Yeah, it was nice. I like it.
We fucking built that in 2 days, the whole game.
Yeah, and you can tell it just, you know, I mean, dude, I mean, it just screams Fortnite, you know.
Yeah.
A little work then. I should probably start playing with you, EFN. It's real simple, but
Hey, if you want to team up on a project, hit me up. Like, anytime.
I'll tell you what, give me like at least a week to kind of figure it out so I don't end up like a help vampire.
No, I'm not too worried about it. It's easy. This week I start a new project at work anyway, so I'm gonna be dead tired.
Oh, that's fair.
But it's pretty fuck, I'll tell you, I need more than anything is people willing to just do layouts and level design.
Could use a bit more level design work, but I don't know. I don't do as much level design as I really should.
Mhm.
Have you played with Verse yet?
I am getting into it. I'm taking it slow though. I'm not pushing it. Like, there were things they wanted to do in this game, and I'm like, well, those let's classify those as nice to haves, right? Like,
Yeah.
so like, let's get it out, and then we can go back and revisit that. Because I don't want to have any roadblocks. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you want to get that shit out first, and then you can release it as updates. And
yeah, that's what I'm pushing. I'm big on keeping firm control of scope.
it is so hard to have that discipline.
You have to. When, like, I'm used to working as a solo dev, right? Like,
At some point, you got to clamp it down.
yeah. If you're not vicious about scope, like, you don't get anything done ever.
Yeah, it's one of the hardest things that I try to teach people.
Even in AAA, like, I just watched a project fucking collapse because they didn't nail down scope and pre-production stuff.
You have that feature creep, man, and they go hog wild with that shit.
Yeah, no, that's one thing I'm fucking brutal about.
Yeah, you need to lay it out and decide, early. Okay, this is what we're gonna do, and like, you can't keep going back and forth. That's like death.
Yeah, you gotta determine your MVP, like your minimum viable product right at the start.
Yeah.
And you gotta laser focus on that. You know what I mean? Like, until that's done, everything else is just a fucking nice to have pipe dream.
Yep. And I'm huge on just the basics, man. You know, just when you're getting and laying it out and determining scope, just basics. Just let's not worry about that crazy ass effect you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Just the basics.
No, I'm right there with you.
Because you'll get so far in La La Land that you won't be able to come back, and then, you know, you're blowing your budget. Your people are just all over freaking creation, whatever, man. I've walked away from shit like that before, and I'm not just talking about just doing I've walked away from money because
I have too.
Because it's
Lots
just
of
like,
times, yeah.
y'all about to crash and burn, and I just can't stand it because I know the potential, but you're about to fuck it up.
Wait a minute, where's this other spawner? Is it not built yet?
See, there have been times where I've walked away from it, but there's also been times where it's like, I really need the money, and I'm just gonna have to deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It didn't end well.
it depends. Like a work project, I have an obligation. I feel like to, like, it's if you see a problem and you don't fucking scream about it, at least once, so that's toxic, right?
Yeah.
But as long as I bring it to their attention, if they choose to ignore that advice, then I mean, I've done my part. Like, I gotta shut up and do what I'm told.
The most that I tend to do is like, you know, sure, I'll be the devil's advocate, the complainer, blah blah blah, but I try to go in with like a couple solutions, or at least one to present, so it doesn't look like I'm just complaining.
I agree. I hate that. I hate when somebody. I mean, there's validity to just pointing out a problem, but I hate people that gripe all the time and don't offer solutions.
Yeah,
It drives me nuts.
Yeah, it's one thing to say this sucks, and then you don't add anything to it. I mean, okay, it sucks. Tell me why.
Yeah,
And then
have a
tell me-
firm enough grasp to explain why and how we can improve it.
Yeah. How? And then hey, it sucks. Tell me why, and then tell me how to fix it. Because you're the one opening your mouth. So, don't just be like, "Wow, that sucks." I mean, anybody can do that.
I'll do it right now.
Like, this is fucking great. In the time I've been in here, I just set up both teams' spawn zones. They have 2 separate spawn zones, like barriers, spawners, all kinds of shit. Like, this shit is great.
Out of my own curiosity, for the little that you've played with UEFN, have you had any issues with performance on different devices?
You mean like when they ship it?
Yeah, like if you were to test on Switch or something that didn't have like the high quality texture, stuff like that.
We haven't really shipped anything yet. We just started this like 3 days ago.
Oh no, I was just wondering if you like built anything.
I don't anticipate it. Like, I'm used to building, you know what I mean? I'm used to working in a situation where we're shipping to console and the S is still potato.
Yeah.
But you have to ship to, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah. No, the only reason I bring it up is because when I first started playing with UEFN, when I was bug testing for somebody the other day, I was running into issues, and by all means, my machine should be more powerful than a Switch, but none of the textures are loading, and he found the solution a day or two later with the way the LODs are set up.
now you have to be really, I don't know, you kind of got to look at how they do things and kind of make sure you're following those guidelines.
Yeah.
Like, but we're not doing anything crazy that I'm worried about it. I think the heaviest thing I did is I built like a custom, because you don't have access to material functions at all. So I did build a custom world aligned like triplanar function. I guess I should move these spawn barriers.
Who was it? I think Mippy was the one who brought it to my attention that, like, yeah, there's just no material functions. You definitely have to go do some roundabout stuff.
Well, I just recreate them.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you, like, I think there's a Fresnel. There was a Fresnel and there was a, what is it, depth fade. But there's no, like, world align, there's no, I don't know, I can look and see what I built. Well, I don't have it in this project, but like linear gradient's not there. I don't know. There's a lot of basic stuff I'm used to having that I had to recreate. But that's the thing, you can recreate it, right?
Yeah. Like, as long as the basic building blocks are there, you should be good.
Yeah.
I don't do
POM,
HLS.
there's no POM. Well, you can't use custom nodes either, so like,
Oh, you
there's
can't.
no.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first thing I tried.
I am not great at HLS, so like at best I could do maybe some basic tiling, but like
Yeah.
yeah.
I imagine we'll never get that. They're not gonna give us like raw HLSL access.
See, I don't want to say never, but I don't know. I don't know. If they want to have the like big ass worlds, I would imagine that wouldn't be out of the question.
I don't know. It's pretty locked down, but I like it. There's a lot of room to do stuff within the confines of what it has.
Yeah. You know what? I know it gets compared to like the Roblox setup, but how long has Roblox been like just really pushing for, write this stuff on Lua? Because I remember when I played it, God, like 10 years ago. I don't really remember that. So I'm wondering from around when that push started, because even though it's clamped down, how much things are available. And I would imagine that's what to take a look at for the roadmap for UEFN.
Yeah, the roadmap for UEFN's pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
Let's see. I would like to have more access to the AI for the NPCs. Like right now, you just have zombies and like a really basic guard that has some basic path following and like patrol path nodes you can set, which is it's all standard, but it's really basic. You can fake it with some other stuff using verse, but I would love to see some sort of state machine or behavior tree access.
See, now
And-
that one, I'm not sure how much they'd allow access to.
Yeah. But if you've got, if I can just set it in verse, if I can, even if verse has access to some of the basic AI functions, you could, I guess you could write like a state machine in verse, right? Like, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wouldn't be
easy.
fun. Hey, dude, long time.
Yeah, been a long time.
For a hot second, I thought you had like a Snapchat version of like Shiogorath.
Of what?
The guy from Oblivion.
Huh, interesting. Okay. I take that as a compliment then?
I like Shiogorath, yeah, he's funny.
And because somebody asked me that question today already, no, my beard doesn't look like that at the moment.
Fix it, grow it faster.
Yeah, no, I just need to shave off the chin, then I'm back to it. Man. How you doing, Sophie? It's been a while as well.
I've been, I pretty much just started a new gig as a firmware engineer, so I am...
As a
Oh,
what?
nice. Where at?
It's a temporary gig. It's for a company called SyncLive.
That's my model right now, because I'm currently sick.
Ooh. It was great. I had to carry a crap ton of hardware all around the subways, and it's not like it was heavy. It was just really bulky.
That sounds like bullshit.
Yeah, you know what? They
Definitely
could have
sounds
shipped it
like
to me.
What? You pick it. You had to go in. You went into their location and pick up your hardware to work from home.
Yeah.
Oh. And they didn't
Yeah,
even offer to ship it.
No, I was like, I mean, do you like want to? I was like, I mean, I don't mind if it just is like a meetup, and then they just shipped it to me. But it was just like, no, just come here. And it's like, okay, fine, whatever.
Oh, screw that.
I mean, they were nice, but they could have just shipped it. So I have to break out my old sysadmin skills and figure out what their bottleneck is, and I don't look forward to that. Because
on their firmware, you're gonna have to like, wow, yeah, that's hardcore.
oh boy, I'm not looking forward to it. Because like, I pitched myself more as a design consultant. I was like, flat out, I don't really do firmware engineering. I can try my hand at it, and I'm pretty sure I know what your problem is. But I have no
Troubleshooting is where the money is, man. Like,
exactly.
that's how I get what I get. Like, I've learned how to find the problem. You know what I mean? Like,
So
and it's always money in it.
the long and short of what I'm pretty sure that their issue is they're having a bottleneck right now, wherein the little pieces of hardware aren't really messaging the like the observer unit back like correctly. So to me, it almost sounds like collision issues. Like if you had like a bunch of pings that you're sending out and you're getting like some kind of failure rate, it sounds like that pretty much. So if I'm right, and I'm pretty sure I am, at that point it's a matter of how do I write this? So I can probably find a couple of C++ things. I think the hard part after that is figuring out whatever I find for libraries for just writing like a custom ping setup, and then transferring that into Python. Oh boy, I'm not looking forward.
That sounds pretty disgusting.
I don't really. I mean, I could write Python, but I don't enjoy it.
I just wouldn't want that in Python. Like,
Yeah.
The most I've ever used Python was to write like a couple of editor scripts to automate like pipeline issues where somebody screwed up, and rather than having to have them redo something, you know.
The only Python I really do is either for tutoring people, like so real basic algorithm crap, or sometimes machine learning stuff that my friend tries to get me in on. Like, again, I can do it, I just hate it, and it's mostly for petty reasons. So
Well, I mean, everybody has like something they don't like, right? You don't like meddling with this shit, right?
I can do it. I don't hate it. It's just I'd prefer to do other crap.
Oh, I said not hate, but more like dislike. Let's
Yeah.
reframe it to that one. Because hate is a very strong word. Dude, why am I always failing this fucking religion check, man?
Oh, you playing Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, boy.
Oh, I gotta pick that up.
I thought that was a metaphor for how I live my life.
Mood?
I'm playing it right now in a solo run.
Yeah, I need to play it. I just don't have time, dude.
Oh, I'm taking the time for that. I just managed to watch my first movie for like 2 months.
Nice.
This is my first week off in a while. They gave us a week off because we were switching projects. Like, I start a new project tomorrow, and I should have been just catching shit up around the house, and instead I started another fucking game studio and got like 3 teams working now, putting shit out. Stupid.
Yeah, no.
Hopefully it pays off.
I had like a 1 week break due to like a cold.
Oh, man. Holy shit, this is ready. Could play this now.
God, there's been like so many good things that it's either like I gotta get in on this, or it's just like, oh, I gotta beat this. Like, I still have not beaten not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I just keep forgetting to go back to it when I have free time.
Yeah, I was playing it on my lunch break a lot, and I haven't played it in a while. I just haven't time.
You know what's kind of cringe? A friend of mine was just asking like what kinds of games I play right now, and I told him I'm not playing enough. I managed to squeeze in some League of Legends matches, right? Like the Wild Rift on the phone.
Oh, no.
And oh man, that is fun, man. Trust me, that is a hell of
It's
fun.
League of Legends.
Oh, dude, like it is really cringe. Like a friend of mine, I played with him Apex. And he's like, dude, I've never seen you raging in a video game that much. I'm like, yeah, I know. And he's like, wait, don't you play like League of Legends? I'm like, yep. He's like, how the fuck are you not raging in League of Legends, but you're like going full on rage modes and rip and tear in Apex? I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. But then a friend of mine was asking like about the games I play, and I just realized I have like over 80 games that I even didn't finish or didn't start playing yet. Over 80.
Like, what is it? The end of next week or the week after? Sea of Stars comes out, and I've been like dying to get that. It's like-
People are recommending it to me, right? But then there's also Starfield, which I already own due to the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, right? Because it's like a day one
Yeah.
title. I get it immediately, so I don't need to pay for it anymore.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't care about Starfield. Like, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Maybe I'll just pick it up when it's on sale.
I mean, because it's part of like Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
I don't really care, right? Because I just simply jump in. If it's not good, I don't care, right? Because there are like thousands of other games included that I can play, right? If I would have pre-ordered it for like 70, 80 bucks, dude, my expectations would be like so high on it. Like, so freaking high. Yeah, it wouldn't be fun. I would be like anxious that I just burned 80 euros like back then when I pre-ordered like the Legendary Edition of Halo 4, which was like a disappointment.
Yeah.
Like,
It's such a shame what happened in the Halo series.
I'm quite fascinated that a few friends of mine who also started with Halo 1 like I did in 2001 are still playing it. I sometimes find myself jumping back into Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, right? Like for the funsies, sometimes you're like, ah, fuck it, let's turn on these skulls and play it on normal difficulty, and out of nowhere you get fucked by a grunt, right? Because he's just like doing stuff that you did not anticipate.
I'm trying to think of the last time. No, the last time I played Halo was when the early access stuff for what is it, like Infinite dropped.
Oh man, that was shit.
You know what? No, because it was free and because I had a couple buddies to join in, it was great. I did not get the full version, so I didn't have to be disappointed. But yeah, it had been a bit since I played Halo. I got my fill, and then I just stopped. And it's also just like, why play new game when I can replay old one? Like, I could play another version of what is it, Super Metroid? I could play like a modded version, like a randomizer or something, and I'll have a blast.
Oh shit, this is it. It's done. Oh wait, I forgot. One ammo and health spawn and one class. Almost done.
It's kind of funny, like, I was reading, like, a lot about Baldur's Gate this week, right? Like, there were, like, a bunch of game devs going, like, nuts on it.
I think it's somebody just trying to create
Like, just
drama where there is none.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say that the next RPG title that I play needs to be as good as Baldur's Gate, right? That would be like that wouldn't be realistic. But on the other hand, right? I mean, sure, Larian can do this stuff because there's like no corpo behind them, right? Dictating what they have to do and what they shouldn't do. But if you look at those big corpos, right? There's nothing technically blocking them to make something like Baldur's Gate, right? Because they have the fundings, right? They have the manpower. So I think sometimes those big corpos just make like excuses for like, yeah, no fucking reason.
There's that, but on the other hand, it's also like, you know what? We have enough issues. I don't mind having shorter games with like worse graphics, you know? I just want people to be able to live and not like drop dead.
I mean, what most people forget is like a game is not like, oh yeah, let's have like the most realistic graphics, the best sound design. It's all about fun, right? And how much you enjoy a game.
Exactly.
Sometimes. I mean, there's other reasons. There's multiple reasons someone might play a game.
If you play a game only,
always
if
the reason.
Yeah, but if you don't enjoy the game, why playing a game, right? I mean, if you just want to rage like all those kiddos in Call of Duty, right? Then yeah, that's
definitely
one way
a fun factor for some.
Yeah, I mean, for those who are provoking them, right, and they see them raging, surely.
That's like the same reason of like hate watching, right? It's like, why would you want to like purposely piss yourself off? And it's like, well, I don't know. It's like, all right, well, that's your problem then. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I get my fun out of League of Legends besides being like one of the most toxic video games, right? Due to the fact that you have like no match plays out the same, right? Even though you have like the same enemy champs or close to like a similar composition of enemy champions, right? It always plays different.
And I guess that's like the reason why you keep coming back.
Exactly, because I enjoy it, right? I have fun playing the game.
Because like most of the time I talk to people who play League of Legends and it's like, I'm so miserable playing this that it's like, then why do you keep fucking playing it? What's wrong with you? I don't want to be miserable from playing something.
I mean, some games it's because you got conditioned by the game to keep playing even though you hate it.
True.
Oh no, if I would hate a game, like Infinite for instance, I'm not playing it, right?
I know a lot of like the gacha stuff has that like sunk cost fallacy, like once you start buying into it and it's like, I can't do that.
I have a friend who he's addicted to WoW, and like every few weeks he'll be like, oh my god, I hate this so much, I'm gonna uninstall it right now. like right now. All right, I uninstalled it. And then 3 weeks later, I'm like, I hear him going, oh my god, I hate this game so much. It's like he went back, he even reinstalled it.
Yeah, my time's too valuable for me to be raging over some lame shit.
Yeah. It's different for MMOs because like people invested so much time into it, it's hard for them to let go, you know.
Oh no, I played World of Warcraft. I just let go. But to say it mildly, I only played to like Wrath of the Lich King, and I know that sounds pretty old. But the reason why I quit World of Warcraft back then was like Wrath of the Lich King was so bugged. Like legit so bugged that I didn't want to play the game.
Yeah.
Like the introduction of the Death Knight, although the core idea of it was interesting, the fact that most of their spells were broken for like weeks just simply lost me. Because then every time you went into like a PvP area, there were like those Death Knights and you couldn't damage them because one of their spells was broken that absorbed every single damage. So they were just standing there. You were casting all your spells that you wanted, right? They didn't take any damage.
There was like an MMO streamer who said like it's hard for MMO players to admit that the game they spent
Sucks.
thousands of hours into like has problems, because that's kind of like admitting that like, oh yeah, I just spent thousands of hours into this thing that's like terrible.
Yeah, but
Would
look,
make me terrible.
for me, when I play, like I played Halo since 2001, right? And surely there are like some things that I did not agree with, like the armor ability, armor lock in Halo Reach, which was busted. Which means like you stuck an enemy, they go into armor lock, and it just plopped out the grenade that you stuck them with, right? They become invulnerable for a time. But then Bungie fixed it, or patched it more so, right? So even though you go into armor lock, if you're stuck with a grenade, you go with the grenade into armor lock and you still die. Which brought balance back, right? And when there was like this swap over from like one studio to the other studio, it's always hard for like another studio to take over the reins of like a franchise, right?
Yeah.
And there was like this huge discussion within my friend list back then, whether to trust them or not. And I was like, they're new, they have like a huge legacy. Let's give them a title or two to prove themselves, right? They fucked them up 2 times. I was done. I was fed up. Like, not only did they poorly treated the 10-year anniversary of Halo, right? Which was basically, oh, we just recycle most of the assets, right? Because it's cheap. The netcode was shit. So even playing co-op was shit. And the multiplayer was just, oh, we're gonna give you like a disc with like all the multiplayer maps from like the different Halo titles so you can play. It was kinda meh. So when you look at Call of Duty, for instance, they remastered Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1. Then they remastered Modern Warfare 2. Now they're remastering Modern Warfare 3, right? And when Microsoft and 343 had like the anniversary of Halo 1, they did it actually really good for Halo 2. Not gonna lie, like I loved the remake, like the anniversary for Halo 2. They even included some multiplayer for it, right? So it was not like, oh, you get the multiplayer from a different Halo title. No, they had multiplayer. Not the entirety, but a selection for it. And it was good. It was fun. But then when there was like time for their prime game, which was like the definition of Xbox 360 back then with Halo 3, right? One of them best-selling titles on the platform. They just skipped it.
Oh,
I couldn't understand it. And they just skipped it. They said that the game still looks good. There's no reason to do like a remaster. It is weird, but well, where one player leaves the community, another one jumps in, right?
And the corporate world's weird.
It's all about money in the end.
Sometimes it isn't even about money. Like, I heard like someone canceled a project because the director like disagreed with them in public or something.
Oh, whales were.
Oh, interesting. This NPC is not having any interactions any longer. But no kidding. Like, if people are like into RPGs and into D&D, Baldur's Gate 3 is really good, at least in my opinion.
I mean, it looks really solid.
Like all the choices you have, right? And like those tiny nuances, it's insane. They really put like everything into it.
Just check that meeting is happening.
Hmm?
No, there was a meeting that I'm supposed to attend. Oh! Never mind. Awesome. Yeah, there was a meeting that I was supposed to attend in about an hour, and I thought it was yesterday night, but no, he had made an announcement like in the morning that it was like, nope, not happening. I'm glad I checked.
Wait a second, if that bird is exhausted, can I heal it? Wait, I have to test that. Wait, before that I'm gonna save. Wait.
What if I keep looking at Unreal? I think my brain is gonna collapse. Maybe I should just do art.
Dude, there was like an exhausted bird, and I was like, can I heal it to not be exhausted? Is it like a druid that is like morphed into a bird, right? Can that be like in a game? It turns out it was just an exhausted bird, and I just healed it, and it was like chirp. I'm like, fuck me.
All I know is that you could talk to rats and stuff, and that sounds awesome.
Oh, there's also like a very, very cool squirrel in that game, right? That is like
Fuck.
arguing with you like about its territory. It's really funny.
You might play Fortnite.
Wait.
sorry.
Why would I play Fortnite? I mean, I could, yes, but
All I keep hearing about Baldur's Gate is you can sex everything.
I'm not sure about everything, right?
Yeah, maybe that's an exaggeration, but basically you can sex a lot of things.
That could be true. The fact also that you can multi-class in that game is so nice. It's 14 damage. Yeah, that's better. Holy shit, that item sounds busted. Oh no, I need to go. Oh no. Fuck, do I really... Wait, I know there was like a very funny interaction here. Yeah, let's do the funny interaction. Even though I'm gonna regret my decision.
Me when I wake up.
No, I legit gonna regret my decision opening up this door. Well, that kind of sucks now. Oh, that's unfortunate. I mean, this never worked, but of course it never works. I mean, he brought it up himself, right?
How much is this SOP worth? Eh. Okay. I think I have 50 gigs a month to push. Check. There we go. Yeah, okay.
This is so fucked, right? It has a 70% chance to attack and like to hit, and yet I still miss.
Yep. Sounds like RNG.
I see.
Sounds like pretty fucked up RNG, right?
I thought this is just pushing per month, not cumulative. Ah, shit. Mike, how much do you pay for Perforce again?
30 a month for a 200 gigabyte server.
Okay.
You can do it cheaper. You can do it. I mean, you can technically do it for like $5 a month if you need less than 25 gigs.
So then GitHub still offers me the better deal then, because for $5 I get 50 gigs for each.
Yeah, it would charge you. It would cost you, I think, $10 to get 50 gigs.
Yeah, this thing's gonna blow up quickly. Fuck. Is there any nice way to scale any of this down? I don't think there is.
Hey. Wait.
Yeah, that would take up half of what's already being used. That's not good. Alright.
What do you mean I can't open this crate? Oh. No, I see. It's an empty one. Okay, there's more stuff to explore there. Oh yeah, Seth, if you ever gonna get your hands on Baldur's Gate, same goes for you, Mike. Let me know.
I've got it. I've got it, I just haven't had time to play it. I played like, I don't know, the part where the ship crashes with my kid up to that point.
Hmm. Okay, this will be funky. Do they attack me or do they not attack me? They do attack me.
What am I doing? I have this thing. Why am I looking this up?
Okay, this is no fun. I just transformed randomly into a sheep. Wait, you're still alive? Oh. Need to kill that thing.
Oy vey.
Wait, how long am I polymorphed? Oh, one more turn.